Hi everyone, welcome to Learning by Doing with Praveen Kandan. This is Praveen. In this Java exception and link playlist, we will learn exception and link concepts from the scratch. This is Java exception and link session number 5, arithmetic exception in Java. If you are serious about learning, then like the video and subscribe to the channel. Please click the bell icon and select all notification option. Don't choose personalized option. You may miss some session updates. Let's get started. In our previous session, we have discussed about the exception class hierarchy. So far, we have discussed what is my exception, what's the difference between error and exception, it's whose responsibility as a developer or a user. So we are discussed in detailed manner. So prerequisite, please watch the session number 1 to 4 and then attend this session. At last, we have discussed about the types of exception, checked and unchecked exceptions. So checked exceptions are checked during the compile time itself. Unchecked exceptions are checked during runtime. So far we have discussed completely in a theoretical part. In this session onwards, as I said earlier, so we'll discuss all these concepts in a real-time example. In a hands-on manner, we'll discuss now. So let's jump to the type 1 arithmetic exception concept. Okay. So first I'll copy the code to save the time. Copy this file content. Show you what's the problem with this. I'll comment this line. Okay. Yeah. I think now it's much better. So what I'm doing is initially I'm going to print the output as program started reading the input from the user, reading the input from the user due to line number 13 cursor is waiting here. I'm giving my sample input as now 5. So number variable stores the value as 5 now. So what's our division operation 100 divided by 5? What's the result? 20. So program is completed. What's the output you're getting? Program is completed and then program is terminated. No issues here so far. Okay, we are getting the input from the user and then dividing by given a number. Okay, so already 100 is there. So it is divided by 5. So the result is displayed. This is a normal flow. No issues. If you're giving the sample input, no issues. 10 or whatever the sample input. Example, if I'm giving my sample input as 10, so here you'll get the output program started first line due to line number 11 it is executing. Due to line number 13 you are reading the input from the user. Due to line number 15 100 divided by what's the number value 10. So what's the output you're getting 10. 100 divided by 10 our answer is 10. Our output is 10. So line number 17 18 program is completed and terminated is displayed. No issues. In case if I'm giving the wrong sample input, what is that? 0. What will happen? Check it out. If my sample input is 0, so as usual program started is printing line number 11. Line number 13, I'm reading the input from the user 0. So what's the output now? So number stored the value as 0. So 100 divided by number, what's the value? 0. So 100 divided by 0, we are getting the exception, runtime exception. We already clearly explained in a theoretical session. So due to this abnormal input 0 I'm giving, you're getting the output as error, that is exception. Okay, runtime exception java.lang.arithmeticexception divide by 0. Due to this abnormal execution, line number 7 and 17 and 18, okay, 20 is not executed. So runtime exception is happened. Yeah, it's not a compile time error, runtime error. Exception is handling at runtime. We already clearly explained. Exception is an event that disrupts the normal flow of the program. The rest of the code is not executed. This is the problem here. This is the problem here. So divide by 0 occurs. Exception is thrown. So what is that? Java.lang.arithmetic exception. Program terminates immediately. Remaining statements are not executed. I hope you all agree this. Line number 17 and 18 is not executed. Program is completed, not executed. Program is terminated or exited, not executed. Okay. So requirement, what is that? The solution we need. If an exception is occurring, remaining statements must execute. That is what exception handling. By the help of exception handling, if the line number 15 is interrupted by this arithmetic exception, so rest of the code should execute. For this reason only, we need a exception handling concept. Okay, exception handling is required. So what I'm planning means, first I'll show all the incorrect input type of exceptions. Okay, what are the types of exceptions we already discussed in a theoretical manner. All these exceptions I will discuss in a hands-on manner. After that, in the forthcoming session, I'll give you the solution one by one. We'll discuss, we'll plan like that, then we can easily understand this. So first I'm renaming this file. What's the file name? Exception handling. So I'm just planning to rename this exception handling file. One minute. Rename, go to refactor, source, rename exception handling. Instead of that, arithmetic exception problem. Afterwards we'll discuss the solution. Okay. If finish, it will be updated. Okay, done. Because in the forthcoming session I should give the solution for this. Okay. So far we have discussed how this arithmetic exception is happening. So normal input if you are giving, no issues. If you are giving the 0, we are getting the exception as arithmetic exception divide by 0. If you found the session useful, then like the video and share it with your friends. Thank you for watching.